Oh, let me get this thing going. Okay, hey, how you doing, guys? gAtO over here. Take you on a little trip right now. What's I've been doing in my little spare time. First of all, this over here, we see that we have the new servers, and we can play around with them. This Amazon AWS services. Yeah, pretty good setup. I can actually go in here, select different servers, take a look at stats, all kinds of information. So it's a pretty good setup. Right now, let me just take you over to what we're going to cover on this one. Okay, let me show you what I've been doing. Basically, this is Tor-arms. Okay, arms is like top, like LSOF command. It gives you the ability to take a look at what's going on in the packets and Tor and everything. So let's first take a look at what we have right now. Okay, okay, as you can see over here, this is what's going on, and we can see that we have a couple of listeners. This is what our ports are doing. And we see the main one that we want to see is that one right there. That happens to be Tor right there, 950, 951. This one's also Tor. This is actually alternate port. That's actually 8080, so it's kind of pretty interesting. And of course, we have established already a connection with 8151, and that's where Tor-arms gets its hooks in there. Let's take a look at a little bit more defined. Here's what we're seeing. We're seeing, hey, 950, 951 is doing two things. 951 is listening, and it's also talking right now, and it is hooking up and talking. Now, here's a cool little, let's take a look at what Tor is doing. What is in the command of Tor, the Tor-RC files? Well, you can see over here, I kept it real basically. The control port, 951. Hey, there's 951. It's because we're using Tor-arms to, it needs the control port to control Tor. And of course, we have some more information over here. Here's 8080. I was telling you about the alternate, here it is, HTTP alternate. That's 8080 right there. Okay, so we have that going over there. Now, let's see what we're going to do next. Let's take a look at Tor-arms. This is Tor-arms. Pretty basic. But you can see this is, tells you the version number. It's actually the IP of this machine over here, the host name. It's telling me what Tor version I'm running. CPU utilization, memory, all kinds of gobbledygook over here. I can actually create a new identity if I want to. Now, over here, I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm just going to show you the basics and I'm going to show you some magic. So this is the right now I can check out the bandwidth. Over here, there's the connections. See, connections 127.0.1. This is where we're talking to. We have to talk to that local host. Over here we have configuration information. Once again, I already showed you what was inside my Tor configuration files over here with this grep command. And you can see that from within arms, I could actually take a look at this and see that I have set this thing up exactly the way it says on there. Now you see green, the purple or red, whatever that is, I mean, purple or blue, whatever it is, the orangey, these colors. Hidden service is one color, directory ports a different color, the bridge is a different color, bridge relays different color bridges, and this is the other information that we have here. So we can see that too. And actually with arms, we could actually take a look at the configuration file. And the cool thing is, so again, control port, same thing we saw before. Now, here is something else. We're actually looking at the physical configuration file. But as you can see over here, it's very so the page is a lot to be desired for me. You see that little part right there? This is page 4 of 5. Okay, menu, pause, H. Now let me show you what H does. H gives me some stuff over here like comment stripping, right? Takes away all the comments. Because all these comments over here, all these comments will go away like magic. There we go. But we can do that. No, this is page 4. Boom, page 5. This is the control interpreter. I'm not going to cover this right now because there's more bridges and stuff like that. Okay, so now let's go back over here. This is where the bandwidth is. Okay, how can we use these tools to see how Tor is working? Well, let's actually put a command and try to force it through Tor and see what happens, okay? Now, we saw before that we have a couple of guys over here. We have 50, 51, and usually because I've been testing Provoxy and Pilopo, whatever it's called, you can see that that's something else that I want to play with. And if you see over here, we do have a listing port over here on top, support, and it's 8081 because we're trying to make that work. So let's see. Let's actually do a curl command and see what happens if we try to do that curl command. Boom, it's trying to connect. So let's go over here and see Tor-arms. Is it talking to Tor? I don't think so. It may be doing something, but it's not actually talking to Tor. Now, mind you here, I'm going to localhost. I'm going to port 8081. Okay, that's not working. Now, I'm using SOX 5 on this. You can see, right, we go back to the page over here, and it's still trying to do its thing over here. I don't know. We can let it run out. I won't. So, let's say, okay, we're going to use SOX 5 this time. And we're going to go to port 8050. Okay, that's a Tor port, right? That's supposed to work. SOX 5, cool stuff, right? Once again, we go there. We go to Tor. We see a little bit of traffic going on there. Now, check this out. Also, here, I'm going to tell you about the connections. Here, the connections are being created. Actually, monitor. And you see over here, this is actually outbound. Outbound is information that's actually coming back from there, back and forth. So we can see some information. Oh, and by the way, if we just move the cursor up and down, you can see, oh, some more directory information is coming in over here. So we can see the directory information is actually it's a little purple stuff down here. So we're getting good. We got outbound. We get this. We get directories, and we can always go back and take a look at the graphs. Now, here's the actual command. It's back over here, and you know what? It pulled a whole bunch of information because actually this is where it started pulling all this on the invalid lookup. Where is our command? Our command is right up here. So we actually went in there using SOX 5. Right there, it connected HTTP1, accessed the site. Here's the date, the time. It got the information about the server, what it's running, all kinds of good little information. And of course, this is, look what it is. This is my site, huh? Okay, so it's my site. Say, Rick, gAtO, come on, man, you're cheating over here. Okay, let's use another site. Let's do the same thing, but let's go to this guy over here. He's a little bit better. This is Tor links in the Onion world. So we will once again, let's clear this up. Go back up here, and we will go back. Boom. Now we go over to Tor-arms. We see the traffic going down there. We see that's going on. Connections are being made. Once again, we can see the information. That's the reason why this is so good. On top of that, we can actually, when we scroll down, we can see information about every single connection. These are all our hops. So we can gather lots of information about this. This is actually the directories. But before we saw the directories on the bottom, wonder if we can get some addresses from that, huh? That's kind of interesting. Here's the SOX itself. Oh, the SOX session, actually. So we can actually see everything that's going on. You can see the traffic still going on. Moving along really, really well. Let's see. Is this thing still going? No, that's it.